Okay, guys, how we doing? Here we are Saturday. It's kind of early afternoon for me here. It seems a reasonable time to get an update here on Bitcoin. We'll look at the smaller time frame. It strikes me that so many of you are trading on the lower time frame, so I thought we'd give that a look. And I say that just based off of charts I'm seeing and DMs I'm getting. It's tradable down here. Now, of course, you have to remember that when you're down on the, you're the 5 minutes, 2 minutes, anywhere down in that time frame, counts are changing quickly. So keep that in mind. You're much more fluid. So have an invalidation point in a place where you know that your count is inaccurate, needs to be modified. And many of you, I'm sure, are all trying to work through a count here. And it will be interesting to see if you've got something similar to what I have. And of course, I'm a bull, so I'm leaning on the bull count, and it certainly is vulnerable here to falling apart. So being a bull doesn't mean you're a blind bull. So let's go take a look at it, but let's just a couple of things to monitor here. So this does seem to be the channel here that really seems to be containing the market. So you can see to get out of this is going to take a really substantial move with real force, volume, thrust. We're going to need everything to get this trend broken. And then we're still dealing with the A to B, length of the A projected from the B. That 100% is down here. Now, on a positive note, the largest algo play that we can see here on this degree has gone to and through target. That would be a positive because now we can get some buy side algos working with us here. Now we're not to the tick here, and that was an extreme move. So. So I give this is significant, but of course, look where second target is. So so we'll look at it on the positive note here. We do have this target achieved. So some profit was taken here. So we now have the benefit of potentially some bullish buy side algos here. Now we look here at the extreme volume that was spiked there. The Elliott oscillator spiked, deeply oversold in the RSI. So pretty much what you'd expect. But fortunately, now I am on on an 8 hour. We see the buy side buyers more dominant here. So if let's go down to the 1 hour here. And so now with this established, I'm going to take that off. So we do still have an algo that we have to fight through here. The last pivot that we can identify, right? Again, we're doing our best to see if we can track where they've acted last. So this seems to be the dominant algo pivot that they're using. So swing high, swing low. Next challenge for the bull case is to break that golden zone. But of course, then we'll have to go to the next one. So ultimately, we're going to end up here where there's the big one, so you see I've got that highlighted here. Right, and that's in conjunction with some other things per the Elliott count that we'll look at here in a second. But this area will be significant. Note here we get a little divot, but this will be some resistance we'll have to get through, which is tied to this. So sellers, likely there'll be some defense there. So an hour is probably not going to give us a lot, but I just wanted to show you here, so you can put a channel on this, which I think. So we have some throw over here, but I'm connecting the most number, right? So I don't use necessarily a wick as a pivot. Here I did, but I don't want to cut through any trend line through a body. So I'm just going best I can, trying to get the framing on here. So of course you can see we're vulnerable to this retracement now completing down here, and a break of this trend line of this what you can think of as a trend line, a break of this very negative for the bull case. What we need for this to stay bullish is we need to get the 5 here to complete. So and of course, look where that sends us, right into the golden zone. But that would set up potentially the 5 within the third here. We'd go into the 4, we'd need the 5, and then now that would get us up to this level, which is back to that prior pivot. All right, so we know there's resistance above. Now, having established that, let's now look into this count here and see if we can make sense of it. So, oh, don't you hate that? Boy, it was just getting good there too. Well, so I say that, a little bit in jest. I know that's a little bit annoying, but I do it just to remind you that if you're interested in the deep dives and everything we do in crypto where we're really getting detailed into the analysis, it's all available to you for free. Now, I know many of you are used to getting that here on YouTube. I think we're up to 960 videos. We've been doing deep dives here for over 2 years. Well, now, I think that's pretty reasonable place to start from. Having done that for over 2 years, the only thing we ask of you now is that we'd like you to join our community. It's very easy to do. There's absolutely no cost to doing it. So I just remind you here over on on our site at TradeDevils.com, the free membership here. It's absolutely no cost, no commitment. We're not going to spam the hell out of you. It's just we'd like you to be exposed to our community because we think you'll like it. So by doing that, you'll get access to all of that. But the other thing that I don't make a big point of emphasizing, and I need to emphasize this more, in addition to getting access to the community, access to some of the channels that are available in there, as well as all of the deep dives in crypto, you also have access to the full white belt. I would just remind you that we've made that free to anyone now. So again, there's no cost here. We're just giving that away. And listen, white belt is no pushover of a test. It's 4 hours of video content and video teaching and training. There's 16 chapters within all of these headings. And then you have a test that you have to pass at the end to get your white belt status. Right? That's all provided to you for free, again, because we think there's value for you here. If you'll like it, you might tell someone or might have a good experience, and then perhaps want to stair step into perhaps the social membership at $49 a month. Pretty reasonable. If you want to continue on with the belt system, well, now you're into the educational program. But I just remind you that there's a lot here that's available to you if you're, well, hell, we're all stuck at home. What a great time to be working on your trading skills. So I just did this, I know it's going to piss off a few people. But again, it's all available to you. Come on, it's just you click this, put your email in, you'll get a Discord handle. You pop into the Discord, we're going to greet you, say hello, and then you just come right here. It's under our videos, so all the live stream, deep dives, public channel, but all of the crypto deep dives available for free. Now I'd click it, but then it reveals the YouTube links that we don't. Then I have to cover it up. It's just a pain because people were doing that before when I used to show all the content that was in here. But it's a very simple process, very painless. Again, there's no pressure applied to you once you get in there. We just like you to expose you to the community. So if you're interested in more deep dives, and we do 2 or 3, sometimes, I did 3 yesterday in crypto, and again now we're doing all the live streams where it's interactive. Much more fun for me to do a live stream where I can interact with you rather than just talk to you. Essentially, I'm talking to my monitor. But if you'd like to join us, that's the way to do it. We will still post overview content here. We're just kind of keeping it larger, bigger picture here on the YouTube content because we're giving all the deep dives available to you for free. So just a little reminder, if you got annoyed there, well, relax because you can come in and get the rest of it. If you would like to not review through the first bit of that, you can pick up right at 4 minutes and 20 seconds, and you'll pick up right where I cut it. Okay, guys. We'll hope to see you over there. All right. Stay safe.